of the Village of Port Edwards Board to order on Wednesday, February 7th. It is 7 o'clock. I will ask Diane to do the roll call.
Hey, trustee Fluger,
Present.
trustee Hess,
Present.
trustee Hummel,
He is excused.
trustee O'Connor, trustee Radke,
Here.
trustee Zerflu,
Here.
I was waiting for another name. Okay, we will stand to do the Pledge of Allegiance with a moment of silence afterwards. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We will go to number 4, motion to approve the consent agenda, A, meeting minutes of January 14th, 2026 board meeting, B, monthly bills and previous month's journal entries.
Fair motion to approve.
Motion by Zerflu.
Second. Oh.
Oh,
got me.
we'll go with Radke on that one. Any discussion, anything wanna be pulled out? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That one carries. Okay, we are on to public comment. Did you have anything in public comment? Okay, what about online?
We have 2 people online. Amy, do you hear us okay online?
I do, yes.
You'd like to speak at all?
Not at this time, no, thank you.
And then is there a Michael on? He's muted. Yep.
Hope you can hear us, he's muted.
Okay. Oh, we will. Move on then. Underneath president's report, Mr. Larry Isense sent an email to Public Works with myself, and I forgot to bring that up under Public Works communication. And he had a question and wanted us to, sorry, I'm trying to pull it up right now. So I'm fumbling through it. Do a resolution about the road situation over on Nepco Lake area. This is just quoting his email. As I mentioned in my remarks, we need to bring closure to the issue of ownership and maintenance of the approximate 3 miles of roadway in the village east of Highway 13, including completing the work of the ad hoc roads committee from last fall. And later on in that email, I further request that the committee draft a resolution for full board consideration stating the village's stance on ownership and maintenance of these roads. I did reach out to Nick Apps, our village attorney. I did ask him his advice on that situation. His reply was that sorry, last scrolling. That because all of those issues are already codified by the boundary agreement and in the HOA covenants, we don't need to do one. So to me, I think that that is kind of a closed issue because of the like you said, it codified in that agreement originally and in those HOA covenants as well. So just, I don't think a resolution is necessary. It kind of seems redundant. And from legal standpoint, we don't need to do it either for any finality on that. So I just want to bring that up, and then I will also make sure that in Public Works next month, we will make sure that we just add that onto the meeting minutes from last week. Other than.
Did you get that done? Yep.
Other than that, commission committee reports, I do just want to go forward from here and just we need to add on the Nepco Lake District. Doing a commission or committee report on here, just because we legally have to have a representative on there, just like the airport commission. So I feel like we should probably just also do one just to keep it fair from Nepco Lake District as well. So we will move on to number 7, commission committee reports. I am going to move up H Finance, Human Resources, and Information Technologies. So that the gentlemen in the room, I know why they're here. That way they don't have to sit to the end of the meeting and hang out with us. Unless they really want to, but I'm trying to give them an out here. So Lon, take it away.
Okay, yeah, FHR met here at the Marshall Bueller Center on February 5th at 4 p.m. We went over the agenda. We went over the monthly bills, the journal entries from the previous month. And we also, the motion that we went over, just before we get to the motion, I just want to update everybody that the first responders here in the village are going to get a new vehicle. This is, the money comes from grant donations and budgeted from the fire department capital outlay. So if anybody has any questions on that, they can get a hold of Mr. Martinson. I know he sent out the emails on how the breakdown was on that. The motion that I'd like to present is to accept and I will make the motion to accept the emergency service agreement between the city of Wisconsin Rapids and the village of Port Edwards.
Okay, there's a motion by Radke. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Hess. Discussion.
You wanna just, I guess I'll just say that I hope everybody had a chance to read over the agreement. I think it's fair. It gives us enough time, with expenses, I understand. But after we have 2 years under the current, excuse me, folks, under the current agreement, and then it will bump up to almost double. So I think, too, again, when budgeting time comes in October, we need to keep this in mind. So, but the services, I have not heard any complaints about Wisconsin Rapids ambulance or first responders or any of our services. So I think it's a good agreement.
Any other discussion?
I do have a question, but not regarding this agreement, but have you gotten agreement from the other municipalities? Where do you stand in
We've
that?
included all contracts. The only municipality that is with another service was Beeren. Otherwise, all of the other municipalities in the surrounding areas that had previously contracted with us have gone and executed their contracts with us. With respect to Saratoga, that would be the other municipality that was on a very similar structure that you guys were on for a time period. And they settled with the exact same language that you're being presented here today.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? No? Okay. There is a motion to accept the emergency service agreement with the city of Wisconsin Rapids. Motion by Radke, second by Hess. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I'm abstaining. So that one carries. There we go. Thank you very much for coming in and doing all the work behind the scenes. I know it's a lot.
And just a couple other things under FHR. We brought up and we're gonna put on a further agenda, just that we have started with
Thank
a,
you.
thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
I'll probably stick around until execute and then I'll get signatures
Oh.
from
Okay.
whoever needs to, and then I'll take that document.
Sounds good.
Further with the, when we put Mr. Martinson in his position, it was a pilot program for Public Works Director, and I think that this is my opinion, I would like feedback from other members if they have any other opinions on this, but I think that the program has exceeded expectations, yeah, that's what I meant. And we just want to kind of formalize that and say, this is the position that we're gonna have. I know that we might have to look into Pitt because it says in Pitt that we have an administrator X, I think we should just get that title clarified and move forward with the position of, I guess we're gonna have further discussion. I just want to bring that up to everyone, that we want to get the job title, either public director or what we come up with, Public Works Director. And that's just to kind of cross our Ts and dot our Is. And I think, like I said, all the employees have been, I never hear a complaint, so unless people aren't talking to me, but I just want to get that clarified, and we'll have that in the upcoming agenda. Other than that, does anybody have any questions for HR?
I have one question. What is the proper method to, basically finalize if we're going to approve Ben in that position? How do we go about it? Does it come through FHR
Yes,
to the board
yes,
with a recommendation of title and pay and all of that?
correct.
Okay, just so I'm clear on the process.
Yep, trustee Zerflu?
Well, since he's been acting administrator for so long and he still has his title of Department of Public Works. I think we just cut to the chase and merge the two of them. I kind of like those slash marks, you know, administrator slash department. DPW director. That way they're both, you know, because they are two separate
Mhm.
positions. And I just think, let's just do it.
Okay, and we're gonna talk about it here coming up in, not next month, but the month after, or so April. And then we'll come back to the board. Just wanted to give a heads up. That's what we're planning on doing to, and that's a good idea.
Administrator DPW says it all.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else for FHR?
I do want to comment, Ben's
Yes.
been doing an excellent job on all he's been doing, so
He's
publicly state that. Thank you, Ben.
Anything else, Chairman Radke?
No, I have nothing else. Thank you.
Okay. With that, we'll go back to the top two, Airport Commission, trustee Zerflu.
There's a whole lot to report, but we are Wisconsin Bureau of Aeronautics, I'll get it out sooner or later. Presented some updates on projects we've got going that we need their, not approval, but under their direction. And the main one of that is phase one of the tree removal is going to start soon. So along First Street down there, if you hear a lot of chainsaws or ever how they do it, that's what they'll be up to. The only other thing is, we were informed also that it may be prudent and even necessary to fund the design of the terminal building as sponsor-only projects. And that's because of the timeline we're operating under. And we could be responsible for we meeting the airport commission from 200,000 of the $2 million project if we don't act in that regard, but basically it's gonna be more like 20,000. So hopefully we'll have a something to do from it. That's it.
All right, any questions for the Airport Commission? All right, thank you. Moving on to Police and Fire. Ben, did you get anything?
Nope, nothing.
No. I think they're planning on meeting in the next couple of weeks here. They have some interviews to do for some more candidates, but
Yes,
otherwise, I haven't heard anything else.
I'm still down there as long as it's been home.
I believe he's still on vacation.
Okay, sounds good. Plan Commission, there was none. Public Works Committee, trustee Zerflu.
I'm going to do some bragging here. I have set the new record for committee meeting time. We started at 4:30. We adjourned at 4:40. And we just got another update on Second Street for that sad, and we will be getting one each and every month. That'll be on our agenda. There really isn't. Been presented as Public Works report and nothing new there either, so stay tuned.
Any questions for Public Works?
Next meeting will be March 4th, I believe, that Wednesday at 4:30. Thank you.
What day was it? March 4th?
My fault.
At what time? What time?
4:30.
4:30, okay. Sorry, I write everything down here. Parks and Recreation Committee, trustee Hummel is not here. Ben, do you want to just kind of go over what we did?
Parks and Rec Committee. If we grab the minutes here. Met on January 28th. Basically, it was just an update. Unfortunately, this year with the warm weather and the early rain that we had in January, the ice skating pond was not open this year. So hopefully next year we have better weather that we can get that, up and operating. The new playground equipment for Ripple Creek has arrived. It's, out to Port Road at our storage unit. We're scheduling for early June, hopefully late May to get that installed. The goal is to definitely have that in, really trying to have them before the kids are done at school. I know I had some emails from the school and some other board members did trying to get that completed before the last day of school. So we will do the best we can, working with the contractors to get that installed as soon as we can. Other than that, the parks are up and running. Guys been doing a little tree trimming in the dog park area this week before the snow removed, to get that all up and operating. Other than that, kind of did a general analysis of all the parks over the winter, no issues at any of the parks, including the cemetery. We just got a couple of trees removed at the cemetery from last summer storm that came through in July. We'll try to get those removed here while there's still frost in the ground to limit any kind of damage throughout the cemetery. The committee also is working on the community events, reaching out to local organizations to get a calendar together for all events that are happening throughout the village. This summer, the first one that really comes to mind when it comes to village is obviously the village-wide garage sale, which is scheduled for May 16th. Look to get that calendar out, probably in early March on the village website and on Facebook. The last thing is, we're doing the Hometown Hero banners again that go on Wisconsin River Drive. We have 4 or 5 already completed at the office. The deadline for applications for this round this year will be March 13th. If you have any questions, contact myself, or Kim at the village office. The banners are hung up from Memorial Day to Labor Day on Wisconsin River Drive. So that's all I have for the parks meeting. The next meeting is scheduled for February 25th at 4 p.m.
Any questions for parks? No. Okay. Public Safety Committee. Trustee Booker.
So Lon stole a bunch of my thunder on this one. We had a lot of duplicative, conversations. We discussed the fire and EMS contract. Chief Goudreau and Mayor Zacher were there present at that one to receive all of our questions and kudos about the quality of the service. So that was pretty much duplicated with what FHRIT did. We also discussed the new rescue vehicle
Yes.
for the fire department, and a description of the process, funding sources, things of that nature. Went over the annual report from the fire department. Total grants awarded, they were looking at 23,700 with about $35,000 or $40,000 of potential grants outstanding, still waiting to hear back from. The Gary Sinise Foundation, Firehouse Subs, a couple other ones. That brief discussion about ordinance 4 from PPL. Trustee Hess was able to give us an update as far as what was being changed. Then he'll give an update on that in his reports. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be going over ordinance 7 in conjunction with PPL next month. We're gonna discuss, they're gonna approve. And an update on the EMS vehicle. Next meeting will be Wednesday, February 25th as well at 4:30 p.m.
Okay, any questions for public safety? I said works good. Thank you. All right. Trustee Hess, planning.
The Planning, Property and Legislative Committee had a meeting on January 28th at 5 p.m. Discussion was the update on DMI. There's really been reached out to them at the beginning of the year. There has been no response. Jewel Engineering has also had no contact or no response from them. Discussion about meeting with Janesville to continue that discussion, if there's anything we can do to try to move that along. Has there been any follow-up since this time?
I sent the email over to Janesville's office and I haven't heard anything back.
Okay. Thank you. Update on 160 Market Avenue, all repairs have been made. We still have the ordinance violations are still active, so they're waiting for a plan from the owners of that on what their plans are for that building. But the repairs have been made and it's looking pretty good. Any other follow-up on that, Ben?
No change.
Okay. The motion that we're looking for is to approve, and I will make the motion to approve ordinance 4, Police Department as presented.
Okay, there's a motion by Hess,
I'll second.
second by Fluger.
Discussions. So this, is an update to chapter 4, the police department. The police department has reviewed this. So the changes are listed in blue. Under 4.02.1, number 3, the chief shall obey all lawful written orders of the village president, village board. That word shall just got removed in one of the, updates. Under 4.03, in talking with our attorney Nick Abst, it used to read shall possess the powers conferred upon marshals. It will state each officer of the department shall have the authority conferred upon marshals. And in 4.032, the power of arrest, it used to read any police officer shall arrest any person. It's going to read shall have the authority to arrest any person. So it gives them some latitude in making that decision. The other change was 4.04, that statute needs to read 66.0313. The other one was talking about some housing regulation or something. It was a wrong state statute. So those are the changes to this ordinance.
Any questions, comments, concerns?
No, just that I don't care, shall have the authority to, if the chief says you will, it's state statute, we will respond. Just so we all know that.
What do you,
In other words, the rank can,
yes. I see what you're saying.
Okay,
right, Lon?
Yes.
Anything else?
okay.
No? Okay. There's a motion by Radke, second by Hess.
Motion by me.
Happen
second by-
Fluger, just kidding. Wrong. I was looking at the wrong one. I was like, that doesn't sound right. To approve ordinance number 4, police department as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That one carries.
The rest of the discussion, we talked about the wake boat, update. We're going to look at having a town hall meeting in, beginning of May, get village input and then, get presentations so we're putting an agenda together on that, for that format. President Mansell is looking at organizing that. And the only other thing is the next meeting is February 25th at 5 PM.
Thank you. Oh,
If you want a tutorial on the wakeboarding ordinance, like
Mhm.
Open and all the area from Chippewa Falls, they're no going through the same
Okay,
thing. And
then Rome, we got an update from Ben about
Yep.
what Rome's processes and where they are too. So we're trying to keep a pulse on all the different ones.
everybody's going through it similar to what we are.
Yeah.
this is one of the things we're gonna find out where the money.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Something like this, it's nothing.
Well, we'll skip FHR. We did that already. Okay, so we will move on to number 8, unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business? For anybody on the table? No? It's number 9, new business. Any new business? All right, number 10, report from village administrator.
So bring tonight, to start my report, looking for, first one to make a motion to create a citizens participation committee for the CDBG grant. This is the committee that is put together for the potential road project for Second Street from Market Street to a bunker. This is part of a grant process that we're looking to get some grant money for to reconstruct, Second Street, sewer, water, and pavement and sidewalk. I would ask if,
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Radke,
Second.
second by Zerflu. Any other discussion, questions, anything like that?
Is this an ad hoc? So limited term or permanent?
this group is actually, it's not even mandatory that they meet, it's just we need to have a group put together for the formality for the state and through MSA who is working with us.
I'm assuming it's just the period of the grant.
So once the
Yeah.
project is done, then, okay.
That's a requirement of the grant.
Yep, correct.
Anything else? Hearing nothing else, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Opposed? That one carries.
And just so the committee of this is, I think I did send on an email, is President Mansell, the Public Works Committee Chairman Zerflu, myself, and Matt Channel from the Village of Port Edwards. That was the requirements that they were looking for different criteria of this committee group.
Can you repeat who was on that?
President Mansell, Chairman Zerflu, myself, and Matt Channel.
Just on to the next,
Yep.
just the next one.
The next one is looking for a resolution for the Adopt a Citizen Participation Plan, which I've also included this plan in the packet. This plan is something that village staff put together with MSA to make sure all the criteria was covered in it. And including this is the meeting that is set for March 4th. That essentially be ran by MSA. It's all part of that agreement with MSA. They will be running that meeting on March 4th, before the Public Works meeting, which will be at 4 o'clock.
second.
Zerflu? You made it?
Mhm.
Okay,
Second.
and you saying, give me a second, guys. Any other discussion on that?
You know, it's not really funny. I mean, Lon's gonna make the motion, I'll second, but I make the motion, he's second.
I see that.
And
Just know that.
blood's thicker than water, right?
Oh, boy.
And
Hearing no discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That one carries.
boy, if you told me.
Oh, we'll get this over with today.
Oh, I got that.
That's all I have.
Is that all you have? All
Yes,
right.
thank you.
Diane, do you have anything?
No.
All right, trustee comments, number 12.
Yes, I have one thing, most of the county agenda is off from the board meeting. On down to most committees, we did away with, old business, new business type things because it ended up being something can't vote on if something comes up anyway. I'm going to, call Nick Abs with your permission. Nick Flanagan, our new corp counsel, is the one that came up with it. There's been some problems statewide and Nick probably knows more about.
Caused some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, it just might be something we want to consider.
Sounds good. Like, handle it.
Maybe in fact, are you on Rick's committee?
I'm not.
Okay. Maybe, we talk to Caps first and then maybe have him and Nick.
That's fine.
To change the agenda?
Yeah, they'd just be eliminating those because some municipalities, correct me if I'm wrong, Nick,
100%.
have gotten in trouble where
Mhm.
something new business would come up and instead of this, I mean, we could say, hey, item number A, I think should go to Rick committees. You know, there's nothing wrong there because we're not taking a vote. It'd be on a budget, on the agenda type thing, so.
People were bringing up stuff in new business and voting on
Voting
it.
on it. I feel like when that was put in, we had a vague conversation with that and it was new and people were trying it, but if it's already not turning out well, then we should probably
There's a lot
reconsider.
more that can happen at the county level, you know, because of all the.
Okay,
There's some information.
thank you.
Okay.
I guess I just kind of wanted to make a comment. I seen, in Rick's committee planning, the YMCA, the demolition's going well, but then it kind of had, is the village interested, kind of a question there. And I did see an email prior, I think from the YMCA to somebody about possibly, getting that back to the village. I guess I'm just thinking that I would like to maybe have somebody reach out to the Y and see if the Y can seek somebody to develop the property. Then we have quite a bit of green space already in the village, and maybe if the Y wants to take that land and do something with it more than the village. And the only reason I say that is we kind of went in that direction one other time. We ended up buying properties, credit union, some other properties, and it ended up kind of really stinging us because we had we had to fix up the properties and put a lot of money in the properties and got some out of it. We have businesses that are in them properties, which is great, and I don't mind helping, but I think that maybe if we send out a letter to the YMCA that if they were looking to maybe give that land to a developer or develop it on their own, I just don't know if more green space for the village is what we wanna, get into with cutting grass then and et cetera, with summer help being 2 people instead of 3, and it's harder and harder to get people, so.
I'll have
Just an opinion.
Rick is on that committee.
Yeah, right
actually.
now, it's not coming to the village. It's staying with the YMCA. They're looking to maybe work with the village to see if they can get it developed while they own it.
Okay,
So it's not coming to the village.
And the gymnastics building, you know, some people are starting to spread the rumor that they're not gonna do anything with it. They are. but
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna bring that up in
It'll be-
a second.
Yep, I was gonna say, I think
So right now, that when it gets demoed and raised, it's staying in the ownership with the YMCA. It's the Alexander Foundation doesn't want it, goes to the YMCA. The YMCA didn't want it. They would look at possibly bringing it to the board if the village wanted it.
okay,
Not just dumping it on them. They would come to the village and say, are you interested in this? Or are they working with us to get a developer when they own it? Just so they could sell it to a developer. So they're just looking for the possibility, how can it be utilized for the most productive use for the village? Is what they're trying to do.
right, and I'm
Yeah.
definitely willing to work, and I think
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
That's.
But I've seen some there was comments going around, so I just wanted to get that
Well, then,
clarification.
Okay, that's the clarification. So right now it's staying with the YMCA and they will be willing to work with the village to see if they can get it developed or get some value out of it. So,
Okay,
the
anything else, Lou?
community, pardon me,
Just,
no, I don't have
okay.
anything else.
That's what-
does that answer your question?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that,
Yep, that's fine. That's fair. There's things that are going around that aren't factual and we need to help clarify those. The other comment about the community center behind it, they are refurbishing that. It's gonna be a Y facility, a 24-hour access fitness facility. They're looking to try to open it up by the end of March. You need to be a Y member, have a fob, and you get 24-hour access, so it will be kind of a refurbished version of what they had in the old building with a 24-hour access fitness center for serving the
Kirk Hauser brought that up.
Yeah.
When he was here.
Mhm.
So
Okay,
that's the only thing I want to bring up.
Lon, if you ever wanna, talk to Powers at B also is Tim Burkhauser. When I have a question, I call Tim.
Okay,
okay. Anybody have anything else? Nothing else? Okay. Committee meeting calendar. Oh, boy. Let's see if I did this right. Public Works, March 4th at 4:30. Parks, 2:25 at 4. Public Safety, 2:25 at 4:30. PLP, 2:25 at 5. When's FHR?
That was one thing we forgot to do.
Yeah.
Then
FHR will be the 5th at 4:00.
3:05 at 4:00. Okay.
Did that work for you, Nick?
Oh, that's fine. If we stick to schedules, first Tuesday.
Yeah, I would read like 4 o'clock too, but I was kind of told that it's kind of hard for me to make, so I have to leave it at 4:30.
Got it.
I didn't give it.
I don't know what that was all about, but without objection, I will adjourn the meeting at 7:33. Thank you. Ooh, I'm tired.